Action. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. A little bit of different view today. I said the next video was gonna be live cold calling, but there has been a development that that needs attention before we get to that. So I'm sorry. Next time, hopefully. Um, but yeah, there was an important development with Facebook today. Today is March I think 19th or 20th. Yeah, today is March 19th, 2019. Whichever day that I post this video, it's going to be a same day post. And today it was decided that Facebook was canceling some of their major targeting options. They are canceling age, zip code, and a bunch of other major targeting options for advertisers in the real estate, housing, credit, financial sector of things, um, and also employers advertising for jobs, right? And advertising their jobs, right? That they have open. So this is a major hit. Um, I found out this morning. I woke up at like 6 a.m. this morning, and I always open up my LinkedIn in the morning and look at the news feed because LinkedIn gives you updates on what's going on in the business world every day. So I looked at that, and I'm gonna show you the screenshot. Like, the way they worded it was so scary. It was like, I'll show you the screenshot. So as you can see, that's like a really scary wording for somebody that works in advertising, because I thought they were gonna take it away for everybody, and I'm like, how can I target my clients, customers without age and gender? Gender was another one they're taking away, right? So I'm like, how can I target my clients' target audiences without age and gender? So I was freaking out. But then I realized it's for certain niches. So credit like credit niches, um employers advertising their job openings, and real estate and housing, and I think a couple other niches surrounding that area of things, because people have protested against it and says that it violates certain civil rights, um, which the argument can be made either which way. But yeah, I was like super scared and I started to freak out. But when I opened it up, I was like, okay. But still, this is a major cut. They're talking about going from thousands of targeting options for these niches down to hundreds. So that's a big cut. If you're used to stacking your targeting or trying out the box things to get your target audience nailed down, and you're in that niche, then they kind of just fucked you. So but seriously, it's a major hit for advertisers and for small businesses, for any businesses in those areas. And it's actually a big hit to the entire advertising community, and culture behind social media advertising on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, right? And here's why. So the argument made against Facebook's targeting options, which has been an argument for some time now, which really came to light when Zuckerberg and Facebook were on trial last year. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think up until now they're still going through some legal troubles. But yeah, people don't understand targeting. So when they feel like they've been directly targeted, they feel like it violates their privacy. And so yeah, I digressed, right? So the argument made against Facebook's targeting specifically, was that if people can manually choose exactly who they want to target, certain age, race, income, zip code, if they can get that deep into targeting, then they're excluding others from being open to their offer. For example, if I have a job offering, if I'm employing somebody and I have a job opening, right? And I choose to only show my ad to men, then that leaves women out of that picture. And that is me as an employer excluding women from that opportunity through the advertisement, right? And that's where the ethical line gets blurred. But as an advertiser and as a person that understands the purpose of targeting, the argument I must make is that if you're looking for a certain person, because when you're building a marketing strategy, you identify your ideal customer. And you don't just say, oh, my ideal customer is someone that is willing to work hard labor. You paint a picture in your head. This is how I learned to identify a target audience, right? A target customer, an ideal customer. You literally imagine what that ideal customer would look like. You give them a name. You draw them if you want to. You outline everything about their lives. And you think about, this is the person that I want to reach the most, right? So as a person that understands the purpose of advertising, which is to put an offer in front of the people that are most likely to actually be engaged with your advertisement or your company. To be engaged with your advertisement and actually interested in what you're advertising and not wasting your money on people who aren't, right? Because in the same argument that I made for, going against Facebook and dialing down the targeting, on the flip side of things, if I have a job opening for a job that requires heavy lifting every day, I'm going to want to advertise that to men more. Not because I'm discriminating against women, but because it is a job that more men would be interested in than women would be. Because that's just facts. Like, women aren't as interested in labor intensive jobs as men are. So I'm going to show my ad to men so I don't waste my ad dollars, my ad spend on advertising to women. There's going to be a smaller pool of them interested than if I just advertise to men. So why am I wasting my costs just to make everybody else feel included? That doesn't make sense. That goes against the point of advertising, right? So I will say that people that argue for the dialing down of targeting do have a point in a way that you can discriminate your audience before they get a chance, right? But the reason why I cannot fully agree with that is because you're not eliminating opportunity for people. If I'm advertising a job, or if I'm advertising a place to an apartment complex, right? If I'm advertising an apartment complex, I'm going to want to target, and rent is above a certain rate, right? Looking at the demographics of the area that the complex is located in and surrounded by, I'm going to want to target zip codes that have higher income producing households, right? Or people with higher annual incomes estimated, right? Because I want to target the people that can actually afford what I'm offering, right? That are more likely to be able to afford what I'm offering, that more likely have good credit because they're making above a certain level, right? But I'm not saying that people that don't see the ad aren't open to the opportunity to live there. It's just I'm spending my money to the like. So what it is when you're advertising, you're spending your money to get a customer. Like, if I'm gonna if I'm gonna buy a customer, I want it to be my ideal customer. If my ideal customer is a 45-year-old man who makes over $75,000 and is interested in Delta Airlines, then that's exactly who I need to target. I don't need to waste my ad spend on an 18-year-old boy who makes under $20,000 and is interested in DC Comics. That's a waste of my money because they're not my ideal customer. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my little spiel on it. But this is scary because although I don't primarily advertise in the real estate niche or credit repair or anything in that area, housing or offering jobs, which I will have to make job offering advertisements in the future, so that's going to be annoying. But this is scary because what it says to me, and I'm allowed to be wrong by all means, but what that says to me is that people's lack of understanding of the purpose of targeting is now controlling the abilities to target, right? And it's starting with these couple niches, right? But if people aren't educated on the purpose of targeting so that they don't feel like it's something personal, then this is going to pull over into other niches. And then targeting is going to be dialed down all the way for across the board. And then you know what's going to happen? Ad spend is going to go up. Businesses that were relying on Facebook and Instagram ads to give them that extra boost and growth that they needed, because ad spend's gone up, they're not going to want to spend their money in these places anymore. They're going to find a different platform, right? And the agencies that are completely dependent on these ads and don't know anything else about marketing aside from Facebook and Instagram ads are going to be fucked. So it's scary. It's scary. And I want to see how people will adapt to it in this coming year in those niches that are being restricted now, because it's about to be a roller coaster ride for them. And I feel bad because their restrictions were made out of ignorance. It's sad. But yeah. I hope that people can find more security and kind of educate themselves on the purpose of targeting, the purpose of advertising, the purpose of marketing, because I mean, all three of those things get a bad rep. You hear marketing, advertising, and targeting, and people who aren't involved in that space, like, they're afraid of those words because they just feel like there's something mystifying behind it. There's nothing mystifying at all. It's just an industry that not everybody takes time to understand. And that's fine. But don't go punishing the industry for your lack of understanding and your fear that stems from that lack of understanding. That's not right. But people will adapt. So it's okay in the end, but it's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be an interesting next couple of years if this keeps up. But yeah, that was just my spiel on the update today. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you disagree with me, fine, tell me that. Explain to me your reasoning. I'm a pretty level-headed person, and I like to see both sides of the story. I picked my side on this one, but maybe you can change my mind. So leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And let me know what you think about these new restrictions. Oh yeah, and I'll catch you next time with that video on cold calling. Later, guys.